There's a secret that rich women learn from childhood, but nobody tells the middle class. The difference between looking expensive and looking elegant. An expensive woman draws attention to what she bought. An elegant woman draws attention to who she island. And the second one impresses much more using much less money. I'm Carol, I'm 39 years old, and if you don't know me yet, welcome to Lucrative Elegance, where we've already taught more than 15,000 women to transform their presence into power. If you want to learn the visual codes that make the difference, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and leave your like because this information will put you 3 steps ahead of your friends. Last week, I was in a work meeting when a colleague showed up with a look that cost, at most, $180. Viscose blouse from Target, $39. Black dress pants from a department store, $59. Well-structured synthetic leather shoe, $79. But you know what happened? All eyes were on her. The woman looked like she had stepped out of a Vogue editorial. Meanwhile, another person in the same environment wore an outfit that easily cost $1,800, poorly fitted Zara premium blazer, imported brand pants that showed in the wrong places, beautiful Italian shoe that didn't talk to the rest of the look and went completely unnoticed. The difference? The first one applied what I call the 3-2-1 rule, up to 3 colors, 2 natural textures, 1 quality investment point. The second bought expensive, but bought wrong. Classic research in social psychology shows that we form impressions about someone in fractions of seconds based only on appearance. This means that before you even open your mouth, your image has already said everything about you. The problem is that most women think elegance is expensive, that having good taste is a privilege of those who were born rich. Complete lie. Actually, the richest women I know are masters at something the middle class hasn't discovered yet. They know that true luxury is in the details that nobody sees but everyone feels. You know what's ironic? The quiet luxury movement, that minimalist trend that dominated 2024, became almost a beige uniform. Women spending fortunes to all look the same. But true heiresses never followed this strictly. They took the concept and adapted it to their own personality. That's what I teach. Intelligent personal curation. It's not about copying a style, it's about creating your system. Let me introduce you to the 2 C's, 1 F of elegance, the framework I developed after years studying women who naturally make good impressions. Fit. The piece can cost $50 or $500. If it doesn't fit well on your body, you'll look sloppy. A well-fitted basic blouse always beats a poorly cut designer blouse. Coherence. Each element of your look needs to talk to the other. Color, texture, occasion, personality. One piece out of tune ruins the whole ensemble. Care. Here comes what I call the hidden third rule. For each visible element, there are 2 invisible ones. Lingerie that shapes without marking, impeccable skin and nails, subtle perfume that creates your signature. At this point, some of you must be thinking, okay, Carol, but how do I apply this in practice? If you want the complete system, I'm launching something special. The course, Look Rich Without Spending Much, where I decode all the visual, behavioral, and social secrets of rich women. Since this is the inaugural cohort, you have access to the founding student price. As soon as the course is complete, the price goes up to full price. The link is in the description. But let's continue with a sample of what really works. One of my students, Marina, sent me a message the other day. Carol, I applied your method and my boss called me for a promotion that wasn't even on the radar. He said I have executive presence. You know what Marina did? She applied 3D curation. Define. She defined her palette, navy blue, white, beige, and 3 silhouettes that work on her body. Purge. She removed from her wardrobe everything that didn't talk to this base. W's. Each piece serves at least 3 different occasions. Result? 60% smaller wardrobe, 70% smaller expenses, 300% greater impact. Because true elegance isn't about having many options, it's about having the right options. The most sophisticated women I've met have one thing in common. They are ruthless in curation. They prefer to have 5 perfect pieces than 50 mediocre ones. They invest more time choosing than buying. And here's a secret nobody tells you. They never buy impulsively. They follow what I call the 3-step mirror test. First look, 2 meters distance. Is the general silhouette harmonious? Second look, 1 meter. Do the details talk to each other? Third look, half meter. Does the quality of finishes justify the price? If any answer is no, they don't buy. Simple as that. Now, let me give you the list of 10 smart capsule pieces under $250 that every woman should have. White shirt, minimum weight 120 grams per square meter. Doesn't show through. Black dress pants fabric with elastane, doesn't wrinkle. Midi skirt twill or synthetic wool. Falls without marking. structured blazer, complete lining, quality buttons, basic black dress, classic cut, fabric that doesn't fade, neutral closed shoe, synthetic leather with sewn sole, elegant flat pointed toe, not too flat, medium structured bag, neutral color, resistant strap, scarf or silk scarf, natural fiber, timeless print, quality cardigan, fine knit, no pills. The criterion? Each piece combines with at least 7 others from the list. Now tell me in the comments, which cheap piece has gotten you the most compliments? I want to see if you already apply some of these concepts without knowing. But there's a detail that makes all the difference and that most ignore: care with invisible finishes. Elegant women check the lining, the seam, the fit in the back. They know that quality hides in details that only appear in use. For example, that $89 blazer might look great on the hanger, but if the lining is sticky synthetic, if the buttons wobble, if the collar doesn't stay smooth, you'll look badly dressed, no matter the price you paid. That's why I created the 7-Day Smart Elegance Challenge. Day 1, 3-step mirror test on the entire wardrobe. Day 2, create an elegant uniform with 3 basic pieces. Day 3, identify your hidden third rule, what needs improvement underneath. Day 4, define your palette of maximum 4 colors. Day 5, choose one smart investment quality shoe or bag. Day 6, practice multiple combinations with the same pieces. Day 7, record the before and after, you'll be impressed. Now, the real deal about women who look naturally elegant: they weren't born this way. They learned a set of rules that work, and these rules can be taught. One of these rules is never underestimating the power of a well-pressed piece. It might seem obvious, but a wrinkled shirt destroys any look, even if it costs $1,000, while a well-pressed and well-cut $40 shirt makes you look like a millionaire. Another secret: they invest heavily in structuring lingerie. Not sexy lingerie, although that also has its importance, but lingerie that shapes, that defines the silhouette, that makes any clothes fall better. And here's a truth that bothers: elegant women are extremely discerning with colors. They know exactly which tones favor their skin, hair, eyes. They don't wear a color just because it's trendy, they wear it because they know they look radiant in it. This is science, not luck. Cool skin tone matches certain colors, warm tone with others. When you get your personal palette right, even a simple piece looks spectacular. That's why in Look Rich Without Spending Much I talk about colors, because there's no point applying all the other techniques if you're wearing the wrong colors for your biotype. The course is at promotional launch price because I'm releasing content in modules. It's your chance to have early access to a system that will transform how you dress and how the world sees you. Because let's be honest, the world treats elegant women differently. They are taken more seriously at work, receive better service, make positive first impressions. Isn't it fair? Maybe not. But it's reality, and we can use this reality in our favor. The course link is in the description, but don't leave it for later, the founder price is limited. And there's one more thing. If you want to support our work here on the channel and have access to even more exclusive content, consider becoming a member of our club, with values starting at $4.99. Just click the Become a Member button down here. Now, let me share one last observation that can change your relationship with elegance forever. The chicest women I've met are never in fashion. They are always elegant, always appropriate, always coherent with themselves. They understood that elegance isn't uniform. It's personal interpretation of universal principles. It's taking the codes that work and adapting them to your life, your body, your personality. In the next video, I'll talk about the 5 mistakes that make any woman look classless no matter how much she spends. Spoiler: the first has to do with how you treat the people around you. Because true elegance goes far beyond clothes. And while we're at it, what mistake do you think you see most out there? Leave your bets in the comments. Until then, remember, you don't need to be born rich to look rich. You just need to learn the right codes and apply them intelligently. A kiss, and see you next time.